What is up, gamers? I am back with another Yu-Gi-Oh video. This past format, Josh format specifically, I've been having a lot of fun with not only with the all three decks, Draco, Tail, Vanquish, Soul, and Yummy, but my true love is Onomats, aka Utopia, Slop, the rank Mr. I will summon as many Xyz monsters as I can, and I really love it. It's probably my favorite. Understand though, if you don't like the names, I hate it more than you do. Understand, but I love saying it at the same time. The contradiction. Now, I do got some combo videos and some deck lists to go over real quick, just as like a basic thing to go over if you want to learn the deck. Of course, I know there's probably dozens out there, but hey, watch it because you want to, right? So, I do have like a few 1 cards, 2 cards here, just for the variance of just Onomats, due to the sheer versatility that it is probably the strongest Xyz engine that you can run. Unlike Ryzeal, where you're locked in the rank 4s, Onomats, you have the most of the Xyz pulled to your disposal from level 1 to 12. We're not doing all the way to 12, unfortunately. We could though. Understand, Gaga Hope Tactics can, in theory, make hard mix Zeus if you want it. So, start things off. I do got this replay right here. This is 2 cards with a discard per se. We're gonna normal ice start things off. Get it rolling. We're gonna grab Star, and with Star's effect, we're gonna set the field spell cross. I'm gonna activate it here, and then we're gonna make ourselves Duo Drive. Now, we're not gonna search for Duo Drive yet, as we're gonna now lead with Dodo Warrior stuff. So, Dodo Warrior sends a Dodo monster from your deck to the graveyard as cost. He becomes a level 4 when summoned, and its attack becomes 1800. That doesn't matter. And you are then locked into Xyz monsters for the rest of the turn. Here we are just leaving Duo Drive in the event that we might get a hand trapped, of course. Here we want to at least respect something like, say, Droll or Nibiru, Ash, things like this, right? So we're gonna send Dodo Dwarf Go Gloves in order to special summon Dodo Warrior, and then the effect of Dodo Dwarf Go Gloves Engrave activates. Since we control a Dodo monster or Go monster, we can summon it, but it banishes when it leaves the field. This does not matter 99% of the time in the event that when monsters become Xyz material, they forget any properties that they have. So when it becomes Xyz material, it's gone. Just forgets it. So we're gonna overlay these two to make Gaga Girl. As effect of Gaga Girl, we're gonna detach a Dodo Warrior in order to get Onomatopara. Now, we're going to activate the effect of Dodo Warrior in order to grab a Zubaba monster. We're going to get Zubaba Bancho Gaga code off of this. From here, we can now go normal Bancho, since, not normal, but special Bancho, due to the effect that since we chose Zubaba or Gaga monster, since we have Gaga Girl. From here, we're now going to activate the effect of Duo Drive. If your opponent Nibiru is right here, unfortunately, it's not going to happen because we have 3 materials to detach from Xyz monsters, and we can just, detach one of them from Ryzeal. Duo Drive. So here, just going to attach both the other material from Gaga Girl and one from Duo Drive to keep our negation online. To grab Sword and Node. Here, we're going to activate Zubaba Bancho's effect to bring back Dodo Dwarf Go Gloves. And from here, we can overlay these two, make ourselves Gallant Granite. Gallant Granite is a generic rank 4. You can activate one of these effects, add a rock monster from your deck to your hand, or summon a rock monster from your hand to face down defense position. This never comes up. Here, you can, since there's no level restriction, you can just add Nibiru. And then we're going to overlay these two. Of course, since due to Konami rules and stuff like that, are we're going to make Topic Future. The XC's materials that are from Galgranite and Gaga Girl are non-existent anymore because they are no longer materials for Utopic Future. We're gonna make Future into Utopic Draco Future. Now we are mega safe from Nibiru or anything like this. Here we're gonna special summon Sword since we have a Ryzeal monster in our graveyard, and then activate it to grab ourselves a Light Pyro, X'd, and then we're gonna special summon X by sending a Meteorologic Aggregator. We do not get a search because we do not have just rank 4 as a level 4 monsters. Utopic Draco Feature is always counted as rank 1, so we get no search. We're gonna go Onomatopage. We can pitch this call body. This call could be a useless hand trap like a Fualos, for example. Grab ourselves Gaga Gambara Knight and Zubababa Knight. From here, we're gonna activate Gaga Gambara Knight, revealing Gaga Magician in our extra deck. In order to special summon him out. And then I accidentally pressed special summon by accident. Don't ignore that. Anywho, ignore that. Here we're gonna overlay these three. We're gonna make a Evil Storm Ouroboros. He is here for war crimes. I am going to activate the effect of Ouroboros, detaching Gaga Gambara Knights in order to hand rip one. We're gonna overlay both Duo Drive and Ouroboros because we are already protected from Draco Future at this point. Don't forget your search with Gaga Gambara Knights. You're gonna grab Go Goblinberg as just another follow-up for next turn. Here now, we're just gonna make Eclipse Twins. We're gonna special summon Node, send the Eclipse Twins in order to grab Sword from graveyard, and then from here, Eclipse Twins will trigger target Ouroboros. I guess itself, right? And then we're gonna hammer a second time. From here, you can now just overlay these two, Node and Sword, make a Detonator, and then Detonator will attach the Eclipse Twins back to Detonator. So now you have 3 pops. If Detonator somehow leaves the field, right, you can go Eclipse Twins to bring back Detonator. Detonator can grab another material. That's 2 more pops after that, of course. And then we do have can activate Cross, target Duo Driver next. Bring them back to our extra decks. Draw an extra card, right? Plug-in is pretty. Plug-in an extra card could be another hand trap, of course, or another follow-up. Onomatopage, of course, get you another Dodo the War, and he can still start your plays from there, of course. Yeah, so that's that one. So for this one here, we just have Dodo Warrior, but in the event, let's say we get hit by Nibiru. So Dodo Warrior is full combo on its own. We're gonna activate Dodo Warrior, specials on himself by sending gloves to the graveyard. The effect of gloves in the grave will summon itself, and here we're going to make Infernal Flame Banshee, which gets a Pyro from our deck to the grave. We're gonna detach Dodo Warrior, grab X'd. Dodo Warrior will trigger, grabbing Zubaba Bancho. We're gonna special X here in order to get Meteorologic Aggregator. We're gonna go X1 and then Aggregator Chainlink 2 if you want to target Banshee, because it does not care what you target. It just is a face-up card. The idea is you can use this to chain block. If they don't Ash here, they're just saving it to Ash X. You can at least try to chain block it in this way. You got Imperm or Veiler. Unfortunate, right? So we're gonna grab Sword here. I'm gonna special Sword to grab ourselves Star. We're gonna detach Dodo Dwarf Go Glove in order to special summon Star, as that is the summon conditioning of Star Ryzeal. Its effect will set Cross from deck, and then we're gonna activate Cross, and then whoa, we get hit by Nibiru here because this is probably their best opportunity to So we're just gonna normal Zubaba Bancho Gaga Coat. We still have follow up, of course. This deck, the Onomat engine does play decently well into Bestials, of course, because they are all Earths. Dodo Warrior, Dodo Go Glove, Bancho, Go Goblinberg are all Earths, and those are the main important ones here. Now we're gonna target Dwarf and bring it back, and then we're gonna overlay these two to make Duo Drive because he is generic. And of course, when he's special summoned, of course, he can attach a Ryzeal monster from your graveyard to this card, so you do have an extra protection in the event that we get hit by another hand trap. And then we're gonna go Duo Drive, of course, detach 2, doesn't matter what you detach really. We're gonna grab Ice and Node. We got Special Node. To grab X. We're gonna go overlay these two, make a detonator. The detonator is gonna attach the Mirror Logic Aggregator, and then Cross is going to shuffle back to. Ideally, you have an extra card in your hand to pitch with Node, as you have Ice in your opening, still in your hand. As follow up for next turn, we still have targets because we just put one back, and well, hey, I drew Dodo the Warrior, which is still combo here, guys. Yeah, so getting hit by Nibiru isn't the worst thing because you still can just get a decent enough board. This is still a Omni negate or a monster negate off of Cross, and then 3 pops with Detonator, and then you have Mirror Logic Aggregator attached as well, and then of course whatever hand trips you have in your hand as well. Now, let's say you just have Dodo the Warrior in your hand, nothing from your opponent. Well, we're gonna go trying to send gloves to the graveyard, special summon Dodo the Warrior, and get gloves back from the grave. And then we're just gonna make ourselves a Full Fame Banshee, of course. And Banshee's effect, we're gonna grab X, right? And then Warrior's effect, we're gonna grab Bancho. And then we're going to go into X by sending a Duo Drive. X effect will grab Sword. We're going to Special Sword. Effect the Sword gets Star. We're going to Special Star by detaching Dodo Dwarf Go Gloves from Infernal Flame Banshee in order to set Cross from deck. Now we're going to activate it and then make ourselves a Duo Drive. Duo Drive will then trigger by attaching the Duo Drive that we sent to the graveyard, and now we have protection from Ash, Nibiru, whatever from here. At this point, we're gonna detach 2, grab ourselves Node and Ice. We're gonna normal Bancho to grab Dwarf, and from here we're gonna overlay these 3 to make Ouroboros. Ouroboros effect is gonna detach Star to hand rip 1, and then we're gonna make Eclipse Twins because he can use his rank 4s. Eclipse Twins will just is a very powerful rank 4. We're gonna send Node, target Sword in graveyard, special summon it. Eclipse Twins will then trigger, target Ouroboros and I guess itself, right, in order to get bring back Ouroboros with another material attached. We're gonna activate Ouroboros again to hand rip a second card. Here we can go Detonator. Detonator is going to attach Eclipse Twins from your graveyard, and then we'll go Cross, put back Star and Duo Drive. And then draw another card. This is very powerful off of just one Dodo the Warrior. Understand, this deck is still good. Yeah, I know we still talking about the big 3 at the moment, right? You know, Draco Tail, Yummy, Bakersfield Canine, but this deck still got some teeth. It did not hear a single bell. It can still go crazy. All right. So here I do have a 2-card combo with Dodo the Warrior and Ice Ryzeal specifically. Open these two, it is very strong. This plays through 3 hand traps on its own. So we're gonna normal ice, go on the star. Star's effect is going to grab Ryzeal Cross. We're gonna activate it, and again we're gonna go dual drive, and then we're gonna go Dodo the Warrior, send gloves, summon it. Gloves effect. Now here we're gonna go a little bit differently. All right. Oh, sorry, I got a random Discord call. Anywho, we're gonna go Trap Tricks with Reflegia. So Trap Tricks, Reflegia. If you don't know, unaffected by trap effects while it has material, and once per turn, quick effect. You can attach a material from this card and send one whole normal trap. That means it's activated conditions from your deck to your graveyard. This effect becomes that trap effect when that card is activated. Specifically, we are running Gravedigger's Trap Hole in the event that your opponent wants to hand trap things like Nibiru, Joel, Ash, of course. So we have this as a way to even just protect ourselves. We're gonna play safe, right? And then while we can go dual drive effect, we're gonna detach ice and glove from Reflegia. We want to keep Dodo the Warrior as material because it will trigger when we do detach for the cost for Reflegia. So just bear in mind, and we still have a negate off the dual drive as well due to the effect of cross. So for extra protected here, so we're gonna grab X and we're gonna grab sword. So now we're gonna go X, sending Mirror Logic Activator, grab ourselves Node, and then we're gonna special summon sword. Sword is going to grab ourselves ice. Here we're gonna special summon the ice by pitching this Veiler. It could be any card really, any dead hand trap that's not needed at the moment. Overlay the 3, it's Ouroboros again. Who would have thought, right? Ouroboros is then gonna detach X, to hand rip one. And then we're going to make Eclipse Twins. And then we're gonna special summon Node. Node, as you know, we're gonna go send Eclipse, then we'll bring back sword. Eclipse Twins will then trigger again. Right, we're gonna bring back Ouroboros and whatever rank 4 again. Summon Ouroboros again, detach, hand rip a second card. And then we're gonna overlay these two, make Detonator. Detonator is going to attach that Eclipse Twins to it, as this basically gives itself 5 pops in the event that Eclipse Twin leaves the graveyard. And then we're gonna go cross, put back ice, put back an X, and get ourselves an extra card. But you look at that, it's Bancho. So in the event that you don't draw another Ryzeal next turn, Bancho can then grab Dodo the gloves for next turn and start your combos from there, which is fantastic. So on to the fun stuff here. This is just Onomat Ryzeal, which is arguably the best version of the deck. However, I would like to play Onomats in more fun ways. So now we're gonna go Onomat Apparel, pitchless Fuwa, of course, grab ourselves Dodo the Warrior, and Utopic Onomatopoeia. We just need an extra name, essentially. So Dodo the Warrior, that's just tried and true, baby. Send gloves to the graveyard to special summon itself. It comes level 4. Gloves will then summon itself. And then we are going to make King of the Feral Imps. You heard it here, folks. King of the Feral Imps here is going to detach Warrior in order to grab, yes sir, Ame no Habakiri no Mitsurugi. From here, you're gonna activate Dodo the Warrior in order to grab Zubaba Knight. And then we're gonna activate Habakiri effect in hand. We're gonna summon Saji from deck, immediately tribute it. And then Saji's effect will trigger to add ourselves a Mitsurugi spell and trap. We're gonna grab Ritual. From here, we're gonna go Ritual. Ritual from deck. We're gonna tribute this Habakiri as he has served his purpose in order to bring out Ami no Murakumo no Mitsurugi. Now this is summon 5. If your opponent has Nibiru, they will have to discard an extra card because they will go -1 in that transaction. So, just to let you know how the Mitsurugis will trigger if will add a card from your deck to your hand if they get tributed. As I said, make them summon 5. Habakiri's effect engrave. We're going to grab prayers. And now let's do some sauce, right? We're gonna go prayers, tribute Habakiri or Murakumo to grab Kusanagi because we just need an extra name. Take 800, special Kusanagi, and then we're gonna go Murakumo, and of course Kusanagi will then trigger as well. We're gonna target prayers, grab that again. So of course you want to go Murakumo chain link 1. And then Kusanagi chain 2, grab prayers, and then Murakumo's effect. We're going to add Great Purification. I know I messed up the sequencing. Not used to Dueling Book really. I'd rather just test and paper. I don't have a really good camera to record, so you go Murakumo chain link 1, add a card, Kusanagi chain link 2, target prayers engrave. That way you still get your search. And it summons itself because it was properly summoned. We're gonna grab Great Purification. From here, we have a normal, so we're gonna go normal Zubaba Knight in order to grab Bancho from deck, and he does become level 4. Bancho effect, second control Zubaba or Gaga monster. I triggered the Duel Links players. Gotta summon it, and from here, we're gonna go Zubaba Knight and Kusanagi. Or to make Gaga Girl. She is generic, but she does need to have one of the Onomats as material in order to search. So we're gonna go Gaga Girl, detach to Baba Knight in order to grab ourselves. Since we did open Onomatopage, we're just gonna grab Unbreakable Xyz Barrier, counter trap. And then the effective Zubaba Knight does trigger, which gets ourselves a Gaga monster from deck. Here, we're going to make ourselves a Utopic Draco Future. And then Gaga Gambara Knight is going to reveal Gaga Magician in order to summon itself. We're going to keep this, keep it nice and simple here. We're going to go Eclipse Twins by overlaying both Gaga Gambara Knights and Utopic Onomatopoeia. If we haven't activated Bancho's effect, so we're gonna go Glove to bring back Dwarf. We're gonna overlay these two in order to make Light Dragon Attic Nister, but whatever rank 4 that you would like. We're gonna overlay the Eclipse Twins and Light Dragon Attic Nister, whatever rank 4 you made, in order to make a Utopic Future Zexal. Right. We're gonna summon him defense. He gains attack and defense to the combined Xyz ranks. So now your opponent is staring down a Snatch Steal, a Monster Negate, and another Snatch Steal, another Negate off of Murakumo, and then you have 2 traps set with the prayers as well. So it is a lot to chew through. I do think this could be optimized a whole lot better than what I did, but I do like the idea that the Mitsurugi stuff just adds a lot more teeth for this deck, and I really like it. Konami really cooked with the Mitsurugi stuff, and I'm happy about that. So yeah, Great Purification. Great Purification is a Omni Negate. You tribute a level 5 or higher reptile. Murakumo, of course. And then Xyz Unbreakable Barrier is a Omni Negate, counter trap, and you can detach 2 to destroy a card on field. Most of the time, you can just most of the time this doesn't really come up, but if you do need a pop-a card, you can. You could probably just detach from King of the Feral Innocent Gaga Girl. So, and I will want to note that Gaga Girl has a mandatory effect that when she is used as material for a Utopic Future monster, it can make a second attack during each battle phase per turn. So when you summon Future, it will that effect will trigger. Then you summon Draco Future, that effect will trigger again. So, but yeah, it does get 2 attacks, which is pretty good. So here we're gonna go basic Onomatokage stuff. This time we're gonna go off of Onomatokage pickup. When this card's activated, you add a Onomatokage card from your deck to your hand, and it does have a level modulation effect. You target one of the Onomatokage monsters, and every monster on your field becomes that monster's level, even if it leaves the field. So we're gonna grab Onomatopage, pitch this Fool Los, of course, and we're gonna grab Goblinberg and Zubababa Knight. Now we're gonna normal Goblinberg here. The effect is gonna grab Gigas from deck. Yes, we're gonna wait. We're gonna have to save the glove summon for Dodo the Warrior, because he does need another target. Of course, it can set itself, but glove is obviously the best target for this deck. So we're gonna here make Gaga Girl, and then we're gonna detach its effect. Since we open Onomatopage pickup and Para by extension, we're gonna detach Goblinberg in order to grab ourselves the counter trap. Goblinberg will then trigger, and guess who? It's Dodo the Warrior. Dodo the Warrior is then going to send gloves to the graveyard in order to special summon itself. Gloves effect is going to summon itself from grave. We're going to overlay these two to grab Gallant Granite. Yes, welcome back. You thought he was gone? No. We're going to detach Warrior in order to grab ourselves Nibiru for this turn. From here, we're going to trigger Dodo the Warrior in order to grab Bancho. Now we're going to activate the effect of Bancho, special summon itself. We're going to wait on it for a second, because now we are now going to make UDF. There we go. Now we have UDF again. It will mandatory trigger because of Gaga Girl's effect. But now we are safe from whatever else, right? Bancho's effect, we're going to target gloves engrave. And then Gigas Engrave will trigger since we special summoned a Go-Go-Go monster. We can bring this bad boy back. And then we're going to activate the effect of Dodo the Go-Go-Go Gloves to special summon Zubababa Knight in hand. The effect of Knight will trigger, grab ourselves another Bancho. It's going to make itself level 4. From here, we're going to overlay these 3. To make Alan Burshin. Alan Burshin's effect is when it's Xyz summon, attach 2 to 4 from how many you have from this card to add, activate this effect. We're going to detach 3 in this scenario to grab Astrotopia, and then Zubababa Knight will trigger to grab Gambara Knight. Astrotopia in hand will activate in order to special summon itself since we have an Xyz monster on field, and you can send one other card from here to field to the graveyard, add an Xyz, Onomat, Zexal, or number spell trap from your deck to your hand. Pickup has served its purpose. We can send that in order to grab ourselves the Numbers Protection Trap card. It's another counter trap. Here, Gaga Gambara Knight will trigger in hand in order to special summon by revealing Gaga Magician, special summon it, and the other Bancho that we have. So here, we're going to make Eclipse Twins, overlay Twins and Alan Burshin to make ourselves the Utopic Zexal Future. And then with the last 4 monsters we have, we're going to make a Starleash Photon Blast Dragon. So the effect of Starleash Photon Blast Dragon reads: while its Xyz summon monsters on the field, your opponent cannot target monsters you control 2,000 more attack with card effects, and they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So he is now protected by targeting. He is now protected by targeting. In your Utopic Zexal Future, your opponent is forced to attack Inuits. Not only that, but your opponent cannot target other cards on the field with card effects. So this gives your entire field targeting protection. So you have 2 set counter traps with a Nibiru in hand, and whatever other hand traps that you have as well. I really like this end board because your opponent needs to find a way to out Starleash, but Zexal Future has a big target on its head. Your opponent is forced to attack this one with attacks, of course. I really like it. This is very good, very strong, and of course you still have insane follow up, because in the event that Eclipse Twin goes to the graveyard, right? If they somehow remove Zexal Future, Eclipse Twins can just bring it right back. So this is a very, not, I wouldn't say strong, but this is a very scary board just to look down on, of course. Alright, so for this one, ladies and gentlemen, we do have Dodo the Warrior and a card to send off of the effect of Onomatopage. So, you want to know how crazy we can get with Utopia, of course? Well, let's send Dodo the Warrior's Glove to the graveyard of... Oh, Jesus, man. It's getting there. We're going to summon gloves from our graveyard in order to make Gaga Girl. And then you know the deal here, we are going to use the effect of Dodo the Warrior in order to grab ourselves Onomatopage. Onomatopage gets us one of each, and then of course we're going to get another card off of Dodo the Warrior. We're going to grab Zubaba Knight. Onomatopage, of course, we're going to pitch that Imperm, grab ourselves Utopic Onomatopoeia, and Gaga Gambara Knight. So from here, we're going to reveal Gaga Magician and off the effect of Gaga Gambara Knight in order to special summon it and Utopic Onomatopoeia. From here, you want to activate. From here, we're just going to leave Zubaba Knight in here. We're not going to activate Utopic Onomatopoeia. It's technically, we could, but I have an idea. We're going to make Zexal Servant Utopic Sage. Here, we're going to detach 2 in order to summon a ZW or ZS monster from our deck. And we are locked to attacking with only number monsters and Xyz monsters, but we've already been Xyz locked. So we're going to grab Zexal Servant Ascended Sage. Now, its effect reads, if it's been used for an Xyz summon of Utopia, you grab a rank up magic normal spell from your deck to your hand. So, here, we're going to activate the effect of Gaga Gambara Knight and grab ourselves Go Goblinberg. We're going to overlay Gaga Girl and Zexal's Utopic Sage in order to make ourselves UDF. And now we're going to normal this Zubaba Knight. Zubaba Knight is going to grab Bancho, of course, and then become level 4. Bancho's effect in hand will then, we can activate it in order to special summon itself. And then we're going to activate Bancho's effect to bring back this glove. Whoo! Back and forth, right? So now, we're going to overlay Dodo the Dwarf Glove and Ascended Sage in order to make ourselves number 39 Utopia. People don't like this alt art. I really like this alt art, man. It looked really cool back then in like 2012. You know, when you must summon Utopia for the first time, it's just the untransformed form. So now we're gonna activate the effect of Utopia, which since it has Zexal Servant Ascended Sage as material, we're gonna grab Hyper Rank Up Magic Utopia Force. Target level 9 Utopia Xyz monster control. Summon a rank 10 or higher Utopia or Utopia Xyz monster from your extra using that monster material, and then you transfer the materials to that summoned monster. From here, we're going to rank up Utopia into number S39 Utopia Prime. Since you can use Utopia as material. This has 3 materials under it, so now we're going to activate Hyper Rank Up Magic Utopia Force in order targeting S39 Utopia in order to make number 99 Utopia Dragonar. I'm going to activate the effect of Utopia Dragonar, of course. Detach 2 in order to special summon number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. From here, the effect of Hyper Rank Up Magic Utopia Force triggers from graveyard. You'll attach it to number 90 as material. Since Xyz monster is special summoned by the effect of a rank 10 or higher Utopia or Utopic Xyz monster while it's in the graveyard, you can target it and then attach this card as material, and both of these effects are hard once per turns. So from here, we're going to overlay Bancho and Zubaba Knight in order to get ourselves a number 60 Dugaris the Timeless. Dugaris here, the main purpose of Dugaris, we're going to draw extra hand traps. Those are not hand traps, right? Anywho, still, we're going to trigger Zubaba Knight in order to grab ourselves a Gaga monster. We're just going to grab another Bancho. Here, During your opponent's draw phase, you're going to activate Utopia Dragonar in order to special summon another number monster. Here we're going to bring out number 38, Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. Now, depending on how the hand looks, of course, you could keep extending. To grab another rank 4, make topic Zexal Future. But this is just a little peek into like how far you can break this deck. Of course, you are left with 5 cards in the extra deck, of course, but on your opponent's turn, your opponent is dealing with a monster negate, a spell negate, another monster negate, and snatch steal, and whatever hand traps or other cards you have in your hand as well. And of course, Dragonar can reduce monsters' attack to 0. Why not, right? So now, let's say you don't want to run the Utopic Dragonar variant, or you need to run 2 extra number Xyz monsters, right? Photon Lord and Hope Harbinger. Here, we're going to run a slightly different variation. So we're still going to go Dodo Warrior in order to send Glove to Graveyard, Gloves effect. It's going to summon in order to make Gaga Gaga Girl. And of course, we're going to grab Onomatopage off of Gaga Gaga Girl. Here, we're going to activate Dodo Warrior to grab ourselves a Zubaba monster. Grab Knight. Onomatopage's effect. We're going to pitch this Fulos or whatever card you don't need in your hand. Grab Gaga Gaga Bar Knight and Utopic Onomatopoeia. From here, we're going to activate the effect of Gaga Gaga Baronet, revealing Gaga Gaga Magician in order to summon itself and Utopic Onomatopoeia. Now, we're going to make ourselves Zexal Servant, Utopic Sage again, in order to detach these two, in order to grab ourselves Zexal Servant Ascended Sage. Then we're going to make UDF and Utopic Draco Future. We're going to normal the Zubaba Knight. Here, I did forget, but you do want to activate the effect of Gaga Gaga Baronet to grab a Go-Go monster from your deck to your hand. You want to grab Goblinberg, but let's just ignore that for now. Zubaba Knight is going to activate grab Zubancha from hand. We're going to special out our Bancha because we control Zubaba or Gaga monster. I'm going to activate the effect of bring back this glove from graveyard. And then from here, we're going to overlay these two to make Utopia. And then Utopia's effect trigger because Ascended Sage. We're going to grab rank up magic Zexal Force. From here, I'm going to activate Zexal Force, targeting Utopia in order to rank it up 1 rank higher to make Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray. From here, we're going to activate the effect of Leo Utopia Ray, detach a material in order to equip a Zexal weapon or ZW monster from your deck to graveyard as it was equipped by that monster's effect, and this effect's activation and effect cannot be negated. So we're going to equip Zexal weapon Pegasus Twin Saber. Pegasus Twin Saber equips it, makes it equip spell that gives it 1,000 attack, and once per turn, while this card's equipped to a monster, you can negate a monster effect activated on your opponent's field. And while this card is equipped with a Zexal weapon monster card, target a monster your opponent controls, negate its effects, and if you do, have its attack. It's pretty strong right there. You have a monster that negates an opponent resolution. And then you have just a targeting negation as well. And then we're going to overlay these two in order to make ourselves a Stylish Photon Blast Dragon. Again, this isn't optimized, but this is a just general like rough draft of what you could do with the Zexal weapon, with the Utopia support from Lightning Overdrive. Again, you can make whatever end board you fucking want because this deck has no limits. As said by famous quarterback Jameis Winston, why say sky's the limit when people have been on the moon? So, now, I do got a quick deck list right here, of course. This, I think, I could probably just mess with the ratios, of course, but this is just what I like to run here. So, we got our standard hand trap lineup: 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 2 Droll, 2 Nibiru, 3 Imperm. Of course, we're running Callback Talents and Fuelos as well. So it's what, 15 non-engine, right? 16, 17, 18. It's not bad, right? And of course, Towns makes it 19. And then we are running 3 Dodo Warrior. He is the best starter of this deck. Please do not play less than 3. He is the best card in this deck. He is. You can cross out Dodo Warrior. He reads. You could just put a little arrow above right there. Dodo Circular Warrior. That's what he reads. He is fantastic. Go Goblin is the other 3 of that we run in this deck. When he's normal summon, summon a non-warrior Go monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Then if it's an attack, you change it to defense, and then you are locked into Xyz monsters. This is just like OG Goblin, right? Summon a monster from your hand, and then you change it into defense, right? Non-warrior, obviously, because Goblin is an OG warrior, so most of the time you want to summon Go Gigas from deck. Since you want to save Dodo Dwarf Go Glove for Dodo Warrior. We're running 2 Gaga Gambaro Knights. He's not really the best one. Obviously, the worst one here is Subaba Knight. But Gaga Gambaro Knight is probably right there next to him. I do run 2 because he is a free special. Because in the you do run your Gaga Magician to reveal, special summon him. Right, then he can bring a friend with him as well, or change the battle position of a monster on the field. Fun fact: Gaga Gambaro Knight can out Baguska. So the effect of this here applies in the hand, right? So if you have a defense position Baguska staring down, you reveal Gaga Gambaro Knight in your hand, revealing Magician. Summon it, and then you change the position on the field, because that's the effect that activates in the hand. It will resolve in the hand and not on field, meaning Baguska can't do much about it. 2 Bancho, he is one of your better extenders, and he summons himself from a hand while you control a Zubaba or Gaga monster, and you can get a Go or Dodo monster from your graveyard. This is great. Dodo works with gloves. Obviously, the main use case is you summon it from graveyard. But in the events that you have a pretty hand, let's say you have Glove and Gaga Gambaro Knights, well, you can go Dwarf effect from hand or on field to summon a Zubaba or Gaga monster from your hand. Let's say Gambaro Knight, meaning you during the course of your combo you can save the special summon to extend. Go Gigas is pretty bad. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He has one effect that's relevant, and it's this here. It's the only effect that matters the most. When you summon a Go monster, when you special summon a Go monster while he's in the graveyard, he can summon himself from the graveyard. Ideally, you summon Gloves, which brings back Gigas from graveyard. The problem with this is you cannot conduct your battle phase, whatever, right? But over the course of your combo, you will have Gigas in your graveyard in order to special summon. Just whenever you do. 1 Zubaba Knight. So the duad support from Duelist Advanced, the ONOMAT support, has a resource loop that's really unique. Is when they activate a monster's effect, when they are detached to activate a monster's effect, they add one of the corresponding ONOMAT cards. Dodo Warrior gets Zubabas, Go Goblin gets Dododos, Gaga Gambaro Knight gets Go-Go-Go's, and Zubaba Knight gets Gagagas. Ugh! Jesus. The main relevant effect is here. You add a Zubaba monster from your deck to your hand, and then the discard level becomes the added monsters level 4. The other effect does not fucking matter. It might matter if you're playing maybe against Yummy, but the rest of that, this does not matter half the time, right? You are getting Bancho. That's all that reads. You're getting Bancho. And of course, Utopic Onomatopoeia, he's always treated as all 4 archetypes, and then he can summon 1 each from your hand in defense, as a mimic to like Pendulum Summoning, right? 3 Onomatopoeia, you can only activate 1 of these. You send a card from your hand to graveyard. You add up to 2 of these monsters and 1 from each category, so you can grab a Zubaba and Gagaga, or Gogogo Dododo, or Dododo and one Gagaga, right? But you can only get max of 2. Onomatopage pickup, I should be running more pickup, in my opinion. I probably would cut out the drolls and put in 2 more pickup. It adds an automatic card from your deck to your hand, which is Para. This deck would put the deck at 12 starters, right? You could also run something like Reinforcement of the Army, but I think I'm liking this a lot more. If I do, you know what? Let me just there we go. We got 3 more Onomatopage pickup. So we have the 12 starters. There we go. Onomatopage pickup adds an Onomatopage card from your deck to your hand, and then it does the level modulation, but this rarely ever comes up. Talent, called by crossout, 3 imperm, numbers protection. It is a omni counter trap. While control a number of Xyz monsters, you negate the activation and destroy it. And then if a number monster you control is destroyed by a card effect, while it's in the graveyard, you can set it again, but banish it when it leaves the field. And then Unbreakable Xyz Burial, again another counter trap. And it does have the graveyard effect that I did skim by. You can banish this card from your graveyard and target an Xyz monster you control. Attach 1 light Utopia or Utopic Xyz monster from your graveyard to it. This essentially just gives you your UDF or Utopic Future Zexal extra material. And then the extra deck, this deck has the plethora of rank 4s, 5, 6, whatever you like to make. But this deck primarily makes rank 4s like it's nothing. So I did cater it to this. The big boys obviously is Future Draco and Future Zexal. I did it. But we do have Castel. The reason I'm running Castel is because I have Harpy's Featherstorm as a thrust target. Eclipse Twins, one of the best rank 4s. Exciton Knight, Gaga Gaga Girl. Gaga Gaga Magician. I didn't explain what Gaga Magician does fully, but you can attach a material from this card and target any Xyz in your graveyard, summon it, but negate its effects. And then, if a Utopic Future Xyz monster has this card as material, it gains this effect during the vein phase. Attach 2 materials from this card to target Xyz monster you control. Changes attack to 4K, but negates effects. Doesn't really come up, but the idea is you can, if you use any spent Xyz, you can summon it and then make Utopic Zexal Future, or you can go into Draco Future. 1 Gallant Granite, here to search Nibiru. Number 39, Utopia Rising. This is rather niche. You could probably put any other rank 4 here. But what I like about Utopia Rising is, if it's special summon, you target a number of Xyz monsters in your graveyard, summon it in defense, then you detach all materials from this card and attach it to that card. So in the event that Draco Future or Zexal is gone, you can just summon it back, give it the materials, and then you can just keep playing from there. And then if you Xyz summon, you can summon this card from your graveyard, but banish it with leaves the field. It just keeps helping make your Utopic Draco Futures or Utopic Zexal Futures, which is really good. 1 Baguska, 1 Dugaros, mainly to help to draw hand traps. Draco Future, Utopic Future, Future Zexal, Prime Mathmech Alimbertion. Mainly here to get the Astrotopia, and Astrotopia gets numbers protection. Starleash, Photon Blast Dragon, gives targeting and card destruction effects to all my monsters with 2,000 more attack. And Tornado Dragon, because spells and traps have gone crazy as of late, so I do like Tornado Dragon here. Again, you can cater your entire side and extra deck to what your locals is like. You don't even have to play, Photon Blast Dragon. You can play whatever other rank 4 you want, of course. This deck does prosper in like Ryzeal and or the Mitsurugi, engine as well. You get instead of like Tornado, you can run King of the Pharaoh Imps in order to bridge into Mitsurugi. Or if you're running Ryzeal, of course you're not playing like a good half of these here. You're gonna run the Ryzeal stuff, right? Mirror Logic Activator, Dual Drive Detonator. But this is what I like. I really love this deck. I'm probably still going to be testing out, trying to find like what is like my favorite version of this. I do think this deck still has potential. It's probably one of the better rogue strategies right now. Of of course, with Ryzeal as well. I really love this deck. Thank you all very much for listening, watching me yap. See you guys next time.